You are not only experiencing the world through your eyes, you are the creator of this total experience, a world that exists within your mind's eyes. A story or movie is a tool that allows us to see more clearly the universal patterns of truth of human nature and existence. Have you ever considered that when you're watching a movie, there is a dimension which what you're watching is actually real, occurring not just as the actors acting out the script, but as a story that is taking place in your mind, the universe, where it is the belief of reality that creates reality. Ancient stories on the origins of life itself have been passed down through the ages to teach man the nature of existence. Mythological stories that highlight the universal truth of life and man. The allegorical nature was made with the knowledge that reality has less to do with the actual sequence of events that take place, and everything to do with the mind experiencing these stories, thus making them real. If you are watching a movie, the reality of that world and those characters exist as a reality in your mind, regardless of whether they are actors carrying out a script. Your mind has created a space in which that story exists. It is the belief that gives power to conception. When you watch a story on screen, no evidence is given to the real reality of scripts, actors, and directors. You are witnessing a representation. The movie view is totally dedicated to the story, to the living universe inside the movie. Such knowledge can also be used against man in the form of propaganda, to propagate reality into this real, which are for the benefit of powerful minorities in attempts to take precedence over the whole. Plato, in his theory of forms, expresses that things that exist in reality are merely shadows or representation of universal forms existing in a realm inaccessible to us. A cat grows to be a cat, a human grows to be a human, as they reflect a preordained form of what a cat or a human is. A human is a representation of the human form. These objects, made at the hand of the creator, are strong indications of design. With the exception of minor variations, a human will always follow the course of a growth of a human, and not deviate to other objects such as a cat or a dog. The next human will follow the same blueprint. Our human bodies are depicting an essence, a non-physical form of what a human is. The design of a human is inherent and unchanging, much like all other objects and concepts in reality. According to Plato, in this reality, physical objects are merely shadows or representations of the original forms. Stories, plays, television shows, and movies are the creation of reality that we humans have created. And if you wish to find out about the secrets of our own creator, then perhaps we should be looking at the hands of our own creation. The things that we created give clues as to what created us. Language has its own limits, as do concepts. It is no guarantee that the concepts exist to explain the process we're trying to understand here. Much of our eyes and ears only experience a fraction of the color and sound spectrum. Our mind too might have its own limit of understanding within this human form. There is perhaps even a limit to thought itself, and thoughts might not necessarily be the best organ to understand existence. You could well argue that the five physical senses will provide more truth and wisdom to what existence is than any concepts or thoughts one might hold in their mind. Consider a movie or a dream. It is a story within your own story, just as your current life is a smaller story within a bigger story. The movie inevitably comes to an end, as does the dream, and as will your life, and then you wake up and continue about your day. You'll awaken from this world to see that it was just a movie, just a dream, a smaller world within a much more vast plane that you exist in.